my friends, I'm going to talk about my weight loss and what I'm doing. You're going to hear the dishwasher behind me. I had to turn it on. And I've got my same clothes on from my last video because it's the same day. So let's talk about my weight loss. I've mentioned this in so many videos. I don't really want to take up time talking about it, but if you're watching my videos faithfully, you know about the whole stress issue and everything, especially in this last year, and gaining weight. I did take off some of the weight, but not all of it. Then the new year came and I did start taking off even a little bit more. All my weight still wasn't off. I still took a little bit more, but then stress, I was having to deal with that again. Weight came back on, blah, blah, blah. Pretty basically, I'm a stress eater. When I get stressed, I eat. It's like, you know, food, number one, is comforting. Number two, especially if you're really frustrated about something or someone or whatever it is that's causing the stress, you know, for me to crunch on potato chips or pretzels or something like that, that's just what I do. And I don't need all that junk food. So what I've been doing to scale back, about April, I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to deal with my stress better. So that was the first thing. Deal with the stress better, like I had done end of last summer into the fall. And I did well even through the winter. And then it's just late winter into spring, you know, I just started, you know, relapsing. So I decided then in April, that's it. Gonna work on getting all of this off, the rest of the weight that I had put on, and get back down to my normal. Now, when I used to work, because I exercised when I came home, plus I walked all day long with my job, and in high heels, no less. And so with all the walking and everything, I would fluctuate, you know, even then with my weight. I would go from size medium to large. In any kind of like shorts or capris that is like medium and large. If I was in a dress size, my normal dress size was a 10 or a 12. As far as my shirts would go, if I shopped in the juniors department, I would normally have to buy a large. Sometimes I would have to go in an extra large depending on how it was cut, you know, because you know, the juniors department is mostly for girls a little bit on the flat-chested side, where, you know, I have, you know, there, you know, without saying anything. So, anyhow, but when I shop in the misses department, I could wear like a medium, and some things I would have to maybe go into a large, but a medium large was my normal size. Mostly mediums. So right now I am wearing some extra larges, but they're really loose on me. I've gotten down now where some of my shirts are large, and in the juniors department I can actually get in the juniors department. See, I couldn't even buy in the juniors department for a long time. I'm back down in there and I can actually get extra large in there. So I'm working, you know, to get all of that down. In my pant sizes, I am in the extra large, like my capris, and they have drawstrings. I showed that in my last haul video. I bought some new capris and I got them with the drawstring. So, you know, as you're fluctuating with your weight and everything, you can tighten your pants, loosen them, whatever. But anyway, I did go out recently and purchase large, and I could probably get into those and they would probably just fit me, but I'm just going to save them for vacation, and then hopefully then even by the time you know, we progress into the fall and I go out to buy fall clothes, I can actually, you know, even get down a little bit more into smaller sizes. So what am I doing? What am I doing? I did start out the beginning of the year doing the plexus, and I did have a little plexus left over. I have only a few of those little packet things left. I'm going to continue using those, and I'm thinking about repurchasing more because that plexus does work. The other thing that I'm doing is, I mentioned in several videos back where I'm doing the vinegar and lemon juice. And what it is, if you ever buy Bragg's, and Bragg's was really about the only apple cider vinegar that had where it says with the mother, the original, I guess, like apple that they ferment or whatever to make the vinegar, and that's why it's cloudy. So they have it in there. So you have to buy it where it says with the mother in it, because the other one is more distilled and processed or whatever. So this is the one that you need. But because a lot of people now are doing this drink with the vinegar and the lemon juice because we need acids in our body. A lot of times we get our bodies where it's more alkaline versus the acid, and our bodies are off balance, and that does hinder even with metabolism and things like that. So now Heinz has the vinegar with the mother in it. I bought this. This is Nature's Promise, and again, it has with the mother in it. So I'm going to show you now exactly what I do. Okay, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use an 8-ounce glass of water, and you are to put in 2 tablespoons of the vinegar and 1 teaspoon of the lemon juice, or you could use lime juice as well. And if you don't just have the bottled lemon juice, you can certainly use, you know, fresh lemon, or you can use fresh lime instead of the lemon if you want the lime. You're supposed to do this 3 times a day. 8 ounces with 2 tablespoons of vinegar and 1 teaspoon of the lemon. You could also sprinkle cayenne pepper in there if you want to, because cayenne pepper actually is good for your metabolism, believe it or not. And I do that sometimes, but not always. And you do that 3 times a day: breakfast, lunchtime, dinner time. Like I think they say half hour before you eat a meal. Well, what I do, I could do that, but instead what I do is I have this. This is where I have the water line here is 24 ounces. I could actually fill the water all the way up here because this is a 2-piece set. I can unscrew this, but when you screw it back on, I fill it from the top because this unscrews too. I found this at Walmart, and I love this thing. And they have them in different colors. So I just leave this screwed on. I mean, I unscrew it when I'm cleaning it out or whatever. Or if like you made a smoothie and you wanted to pour it in there, you need something bigger than that, you can unscrew this. But if you're just filling water, you can unscrew the top. But this is the 24 ounces right there. So what I do is I just get my 2 tablespoon measuring spoon, and I just put in 3 of these, so that would be 6, and then I put in 3 teaspoons, and I just shake it all up, and I just sip on this. I'll drink a whole bunch, but then I leave it down, and then later, you know, when I want to drink later, now it's going to be pushing towards the afternoon, whatever, I'll drink a little bit more and then save it and then come back, and I just make it so it's already done so I don't have to do it every single time. So I am doing that. It is, I think it's working fine. I think it also kind of curbs your appetite a little bit too. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to get ready to start exercising again, but I'm not going to do a lot of exercising. I'm going to do mostly like floor exercises and weights, because the thing is, when you are losing weight and you've had weight on you, you do really need to tone up and firm up, you know, your skin. You're going to be building muscle and all of this sorts of things. So you do need to lift some weights. So I do have some hand weights, and I'm going to be doing those. And doing some floor exercises too. And the more weight that I get off, then I can maybe get to the point where I can start doing push-ups. And so I'm going to try doing push-ups now, because I ain't going to push up all of that, you know, it's going to be too much. But I'll be doing that later, you know. And then the other thing is, it's just really watching what you eat, and you just have to learn to say no on things. For example, Friday, it was really hot. I really didn't want to cook anything, so I just thought we'll just run down and go get some gyros for everybody for dinner. So it was gyros and french fries, and that's what my family ate, but I didn't get myself a sandwich. I said no. And so I just ate healthier things when I came home. So I said no to the sandwich. I've been cutting out a lot of my carbs. Yesterday, for example, I made Alice Springs chicken, If you've ever been to Outback, it's the grilled chicken breast, and they put honey mustard on it, and then they put a layer of cheese, and then mushrooms. I didn't have mushrooms though, and then bacon. That's what they put on it. So I did have some Alice Spring chicken yesterday. I also made those roasted Brussels sprouts, with the bacon in it, and I had a little bit of that. And then I made mashed potatoes, and I said no to the potatoes. So it was just my chicken and my vegetables, and then it had the bacon in it. So, that's a fat to me, because it's got a lot of fat in it. So that's the thing. The other thing is Sophia over at My Great Challenge. I've told you guys about her several times, her channel. She was actually working on weight loss this year too, and she started talking about Suzanne Summers, the actress, and she has a book out that she put out years ago about losing weight and things to do to lose weight. The way Sophia explained it is, where it gets bad for us is when we mix carbohydrates with fats. For example, you can have a piece of chicken, you can make some sort of a sauce with butter or fry it in butter or whatever and have that, and that's okay. See, we've been told, it's the sweets that's making us fat, and it is to a point. It's the fats that are making us fat, and it is to a point, but it's how you are eating all of these things, okay? So she said that, like if you could grill like chicken in butter, you could make a butter sort of sauce to put all over your chicken or whatever, and you can eat that, and that's fine. Where it becomes bad is if with your dinner and you're going to have like that butter and stuff with your protein, then don't have carbohydrates. Don't have corn, don't have peas, those are carbohydrates. Don't have potatoes, those are carbohydrates. Because when you mix the carbohydrates with the fats, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, pasta, and everybody's wanting to stay away from pasta. Pasta's bad, carbohydrate and all that. If you just had a plate of spaghetti with some meatballs and some sauce, you're good. Where it becomes a problem is when you're having the plate of spaghetti with the meatballs and the sauce, and then now you're going to have some garlic bread on it, or you're going to have a couple slices of bread, and you're going to, spread butter all over it, and because it's the butter with the carbohydrates, it's the fats with the carbs. You need the carbs. We do need carbs because, yes, carbs they turn into sugar or whatever, but you need that for energy. Okay, the bad part of it is when you're mixing the carbs with the fats. Now that's the way that it was explained, and I started doing that. I started separating all of that, and I've noticed a difference, because I'm losing weight and eating like that. The other thing is quality of the foods. That's the thing, and the quantity of the foods. You just have to scale back on your portions. I'm trying to go without eating anything breakfast and lunch, and just eating dinner and then having a snack of whatever I want to snack on, no later than 7 o'clock in the evening. Past 7 o'clock, that's kind of my rule that I've made for myself, no eating after 7 o'clock. So that helps too. So on the days that I'm not going to skip breakfast or lunch, I will eat then. I'm trying to make sure that I'm eating healthy things. So I'll have my coffee in the morning, and then maybe I'll grab a yogurt, and then I'll just eat yogurt. And then in the afternoon, if I'm hungry, try to grab, some fruit, like, I'm just throwing cherries out here, I got other fruit, but, try to eat some fruit, or I'll try to eat salad. What I've been doing is making a lot of salad, in a big bowl, and I'll have some of that at dinner time, but I might have it, the next day for lunch, and I'll just do that until the salad's gone, Another thing I've been doing maybe at lunchtime, like I have my yogurt in the morning, okay? So if I'm not going to have salad, I'm not going to have fruit, I've been keeping cherry tomatoes on hand, and I have the little mozzarella cheese balls, okay? And I get these over at Costco, but you can get this stuff over at the grocery store too. They might sell them in smaller containers. But, you know, I'll put some of the mozzarella cheese with some cherry tomatoes, put a little bit of salt on it, and that's it. And I'll show you the size bowl that I'm using. Okay, so this is a normal, you know, cereal bowl, or like if you're having a salad, you know, with your dinner, you know, you'd put it in a bowl like this. Okay, I'm not using that size bowl. I've actually got a smaller bowl. So I'll put the cherry tomatoes in here and then put some of the mozzarella cheese, and that's it. That's my lunch. And then I try not to eat anything until dinner. And dinner, like I said, I gave you an example of what we ate yesterday. But what I try to do too, I don't do it every single day because I don't want to get burned out on salad. Because I've done this before when I've tried to lose weight, like after my kids and stuff, and it's salads, and you get so sick of it, and I just don't want to do that. So I try to just eat what I'm making my family for dinner. But if I have anything that there's the fats there with carbohydrates, I just eliminate the carbohydrates. Or if I want the carbohydrates, I want to eat mashed potatoes, then I won't eat the other thing that has the fat in it. You see what I'm saying? So I'll do that now and then, but then I will do just salad. And I will get a plate full of salad. And you can do that. Do you know that a head of lettuce is like 25 calories? That's it. Because it's mostly water. Most of your vegetables, they're basically like carrots and celery and cucumbers. You can have as much of that as you want. There is hardly any calories in that. Where you will you want to start adding calories up is if you're going to put in avocado, or you're going to put in tomato, because really tomato's a fruit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you just watch your portions of what you're putting in there. So like I'll put like I'll fill my whole plate up with lettuce, and then have a lot of like bell pepper cut up, like carrots or celery, cucumbers, and then when I do tomatoes, I just put a little bit. And either I will have grilled chicken that I've done ahead of time, that I can take out of the refrigerator and just heat it up in the microwave a little bit and cut it up and put it on my salad, or I keep these Purdue chicken tenders on hand, and I'll put them in the oven and I'll heat up, you know, maybe three strips to 4 strips, and then cut it up, put on my salad. And sometimes I'll sprinkle it with a little bit of cheese on top, you know, just to get some protein, you know, so you get the chicken, you got the cheese. But then no salad dressing, you see, because, you know, especially if you're using this, and so you know that with the coating on there and fried previously before they freeze it and all this other kind of thing, you know, there's fat content to it, is what I'm saying. And so, and then you're going to put the cheese on top of it. So then you have to say no salad dressing. If I want salad dressing on there, I would just have to have grilled chicken that I just grilled it and it's been drained really well, and I put that on, no skin, no, you know, fried chicken or whatever. And then I'd leave the cheese off. So it'd just be pretty basically grilled chicken cut up on salad. Then you could put the salad dressing on, okay? But you know, it's one or the other. That's what you have to come to, that point that you have to choose. What do I want? So that's what I've been doing, and I've been losing weight, and I'm going to continue doing this all through the summer. It's been too hot to go outside and walk. It's really been hot. It's been like in the mid 90s, but with the heat index and the humidity, it feels like it's well over 100 degrees. It's really hot. But I am going to start doing the weights here starting tomorrow, and start introducing a little bit of exercises and that sort of thing, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, my Plexus is going to run out. I'm going to just continue to do my drink for a while until I order some more Plexus, because I think I am going to do it, because it is good. I don't like the taste of that pink drink so much. I'm used to it, but I'm not, you know, a fan of it. But it does do stuff with the sugars in your body where it blocks it, and then you have these other tablets that you take that, you know, helps to do a bio cleanse of your body and that sort of thing. So it is beneficial. So I think I might go back to that. But while I'm waiting for my new shipment of that, I'm going to continue doing this, and I can still drink this stuff, I think, even though I do the Plexus too. I don't think there's any big deal with that. But that's what I'm doing. It's pretty basically the quality of foods, it's the quantity of foods, and it's how I'm mixing my foods. And that's what I'm doing. So I haven't gone on a scale. I know I'm going to get questions on that probably. I have not gone on a scale. I was sick. If you guys remember, I think it was back in May. Like my whole family, we got sick with like bronchitis from allergies and that. And I did go to the doctor. And I did get on the doctor's scale. And I know what the doctor's scale says, and I'm not going to tell you. Because that was, or maybe it's the end of April, because that's when I really said, now I really got to do something, because it's the most I've ever weighed in my entire life. And so, yeah. So I'm just pretty basically going by my size clothes, not really what I weigh. And quite honestly, I've gotten over getting on the scale all the time. The thing is, when I was really into working out and all of that, I mean, I've always done it since I was a teenager, but when I had my son Brian, my last child, I went berserk with the exercising. I exercised 2.5 hours a day. And I would weigh myself. I'd weigh myself in the morning. Then if I ate something, I weighed myself again. I mean, it just got, you know, out of hand, all the weighing and everything. And then it's like, what am I doing all of this for? I really don't need to know what my weight is per se. It's really the size clothes that I'm in. And if I'm in like smaller size clothes, then okay, it's whatever the weight is whatever it is. That's the way that I look at it. The other thing is too, as we get older, and I'm going to be 53 in November, as we get older, for example, if I'm wearing, say, a size large, you know, capri pants or whatever, and say a medium size shirt, maybe back in the day when I wore that, I could be like 145 pounds. Well, as you get older and the way that your body changes, you're heavier. I am to be 145 pounds, and I've been that weight. Like even after I had my son Brian, and I went down actually to 134, and I was a size 8 at 134. So, you know, about 145 to 155, I was like a size 10. So anything over that. So that gives me a ballpark of what the weight is by the size clothes that I'm in. And so I'm not getting on a scale. I'm not getting into that trap of weighing myself, because I'll get crazy with it again, just weighing. Because what happens is, at least for me, you get on that scale and you see something that you don't like, and then you work really hard, you get down. And then the thing is, you know, then it's like, oh, I don't want to gain any weight or whatever. And you're just, what I did, I was constantly on the scale. I'm seriously, I'd get up in the morning, I'd weigh myself. I would eat something, I'd go in the afternoon, I'd weigh myself. I'd eat dinner, I'd weigh myself before I go to bed. And it just, I'm not going to do it, you know? So anyway, for me, I'm just looking at what I look like in the mirror and what my clothes size are and how those clothes fit on me. That's what I'm concerned with. I'm not concerned with the number. So that's just me. So anyhow, I just thought I'd share this with you guys. Of what I'm doing to lose my weight. And until next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.